Yo, 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 what's going on, man? First and foremost, welcome to the Black Cat Panther podcast, man. Y'all come on in the building, wipe your feet off on the mat. Y'all already know what time it is. Look, the boys are in the building. Fellas, what's going on with y'all today?
What's the deal? What's the deal?
And y'all already know what it is. What's up?
Man, look, I'd like to talk about a few things, man, that's been on the hearts of Panther fans around here, as well as I've been seeing everywhere. Now, entered last year, last season, we had a young quarterback that came in the building. Um, and the season did not go as we thought it should have went with a number one overall pick, as well as the team being the way it is. But I like to take this time to talk about why are so many people so upset about what we have here at the quarterback position. Talk to me, fellas, man. How y'all feeling about what we got versus what we should have, and why are people so wild and outraged at what we got in Bryce Young?
I mean, Q, I got a lot of reasons. Um, I feel how I feel. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed that what was advertised to us ain't necessarily what we got. Now, what I thought we had ain't quite that either. But I never thought he was what the media was trying to say as far as Bryce Young. But I can't say that I thought he was 2-15 bad. I will say that. So it's a lot of different things. And I'm sure we'll get into that. But how you feel, Go?
Well, MDJ and Q, I think it's a compilation of reasons. It's almost like a melting pot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? Throw this in, throw a little bit of that in. You got a gumbo, if you will, of reasons. Um, you can go back to the owner going to the Super Bowl and going against everybody else's wishes, everybody else that he was advised not to do, everything he was advised not to do, he did. So that was one of the biggest mistakes to me. The guy was told not to pull a quarterback that year, and he said, "Screw it, I'm going to do it anyway." So it was more to me. That was one reason. The way it was done, the way he came about to be our starting quarterback. You know what I mean? Not even to mention the compensation that we gave up to move to one to do his the owner's wishes. So that's one of the things I'm looking at, and there's more. So as we talk about it, I get into a couple more.
Okay. I think for me, they sold him to be like the greatest, the smartest quarterback we ever seen. The number one thing that he do is he processes. Number one, he focuses on reading defenses and coming out and being that guy that's the smartest person on the field. And we saw him struggle at times last year. And I think people get a perception of us when they hear us talk on lives. They get, oh, these guys hate Bryce. Oh, these guys don't like him. They don't understand that the team was bad. They don't understand that the number one thing you know, they don't want to hear us critique Bryce. They don't want to, because they felt like the team was so bad last year that everything that they saw from the quarterback position is off limits. And you shouldn't be able to talk about what you saw. But in a season where I saw a terrible Carolina Panthers team, I saw even worse quarterback play, where we saw different quarterbacks go to other franchises and uplift them. We saw other quarterbacks up until this point. Like I said, the single most important position in football is the quarterback position. It doesn't get any better than having somebody that can take your team and uplift an entire franchise. So we thought getting number one, we were going to get a guy that was going to uplift the Carolina Panthers and take us to the next level. But instead, we ended up going through rough patches that we thought the quarterback added on to. Like, because let me tell you something. If you got good quarterback play, it makes the receivers look better. It makes the defense look better. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the running game is gonna look stronger with better quarterback play because they get more opportunities to get at it, carry the ball more. There's less opportunities around for guys to look terrible because your quarterback is shining and uplifting everybody and making them look better. Like Chuba Hubbard had 900 yards. Had we had a quarterback that looked decent last year, Chuba Hubbard probably been over the 1,000 yard mark. And why I'm saying that is because number one, we had a team that was predicated to the run last year. The number one thing was power run. And we were so predictable that they were basically daring us to throw the ball last year. Just
Hmm.
about every time you look. So this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm gonna give the fellas their opportunity to get into it as they do. But I people think that I hate this young fella. They think it's unjust. I don't hate this young fella. What I'm saying is for the last couple of years in this league, it's been a quarterback driven league. And if you're inept at the quarterback spot, your entire team looks worse than what it actually is. So that's all I'm starting off saying. But y'all go ahead if y'all got something.
Yeah, and just to touch on what you were saying as far as the team not elevating, I think a lot of people forget before we got Bryce Young, we were 7-10. All right, I think that's why when we got a quarterback, we was thinking, hey, a quarterback, we could compete for this division. We competed for the
Three
division
more
the year
games. Three more
prior.
games. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
we competed for the division the year prior.
yeah.
And that was a season where we was heavily leaning on nothing but the run. We had mediocre quarterback play, right? So then you input a quarterback that's the shortest quarterback ever. So he already got stuff stacked up against him. And then you put him on a team that's 7-10. You think, like I said, you're not thinking it's gonna go 2-15 bad. So my biggest thing is just a disappointment on that. We shouldn't, if we was gonna take a step back, it shouldn't have been that far of a step back. And I can put that on his shoulders. Now, was the coaching bad? Yes. Was the offensive line bad? Won't as good as the year before. So I'm gonna say yes. Defensively, we were what, number 5? I may be off on the exact statistics, but we were a good defense, even with poor quarterback play. And once again, that shouldn't be a 2-15. But when you have a defense that stays on the field and a quarterback who can't convert on third down, I mean, that's the kind of results you get. Like for me, I never thought Bryce was a gunslinger at Alabama. I never thought he could drive the ball down the field consistently, but I felt like he can. Once again, I showed a video where he had a weapon. He was doing that. But what people fail to realize at Alabama, you got 4 or 5-star recruits all over that damn field. We don't have that here. We moved up and gave draft pieces away to get this guy. We gave away our one of our best receivers in Panther history away for this guy. So for him to come in here and to underperform, I think it's frustrating to people. And as far as on here, before we got Bryce, I was sitting here saying he won't nothing. He won't shit. I don't want him. I want a CJ. But when we got him, I was completely optimistic and open-minded. I said, hey, he our quarterback now. Forget them other quarterbacks. I accepted him. Now, after 2-15 during the season, I said a few things. I was frustrated just like every other fan. But, like I said, it's a multitude of things that caused us to be 2-15, but you cannot ignore bad quarterback play. And the numbers do not lie as far as the quarterback play.
Hmm. And I go back to Q's original question, where it's what we were sold on. Now, I heard some people say, of course, looking at this guy, he's not a physical Anthony Richardson, 6'5", 200 and change, and this and that. You see that. You see you're not buying that. Off the rip with your eyes, you see what you're buying. You're buying a 5'10", you know what I'm saying, minimum arm strength, this and that. So you say, well, damn, why do I want that? Because it's just like the thing that Q just alluded to. They were saying this guy gets it mentally up here. He understands the game. He's gonna take that same offense that MDJ was talking about and take it to another level on a mental aspect. He's not gonna throw 11 interceptions and give the game away. He's not gonna make bonehead decisions on third down and whatever. He's gonna be able to take your playbook, the same playbook that we always talking about, and elevate it to another level. No matter, so when people say coaching, you just talked about coaching, MDJ. that the coaching. How can the coaching be bad when you supposed to have a second coach on the field? You see what I'm saying? A lot of times, some people say if you don't have all that physical attribute and you got that mental to read defenses and beat that defensive coordinator on the other side of the, you got it. But then some people got physical and they don't take the time to look at tape and read defenses and do the other things that would make them go to an atmosphere, a stratosphere of great, beyond great. You know what I'm saying? To ascend to these higher parts. But we seen times last year that it was so frustrating, and you like, what is Bryce doing? What is this Frank? Is this Thomas Brown? Is this, I know I'm not seeing this right here because they couldn't even get out the huddle at times in preseason. They look lost. The armband situation. Um, Bryce was supposed to wear an armband. Supposedly he didn't want an armband. He wanted to get it through the handset. You couldn't even read pre-snap motion because they didn't have time enough from the huddle to get in the play in from the sideline to do pre-snap motion. We were getting the ball snapped 1 and 2 seconds before the play clock expired. You see what I'm saying? So that was another reason of saying I didn't get what I was sold. Because you sold me, people was calling him at one time, y'all, am I lying? The brain, right? The brain. I didn't see the brain.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the brain like that. So that's another thing. I'm going, anytime y'all come to me, I'm gonna say I didn't get what I was sold, or somebody owe me some money back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
damn, man. You know, uh, I didn't. That's the way I'm feeling. The whole time, everybody know how I feel. I told these guys just about like you just said, MDJ. I didn't necessarily want this guy because I seen what it was at Alabama. I knew what it was going to take to make this guy do what he does. You have to have an all-star plus supporting cast for him to basically be that what y'all call game manager plus a game manager this, a game manager whatever. That's what he is. So he doesn't uplift the talent around him. He has to have the talent around him, all the prerequisite stuff around him already. So this was not the right team for Bryce Young to go with. Like I said earlier, the owner was advised not to do that, but he did it. So here we are.
So I ask you guys right now, and I know a lot of people who are going to be watching this film right now. Make sure when y'all come on in, y'all like, y'all comment, y'all subscribe. Like the video right now, just whatever you're doing. Is 16 games more than enough time to evaluate a quarterback in today's NFL?
Hmm. I want to take that already since it's fresh
Bro,
on my
you got
mind.
it. You got it.
I think so, Q. Some people might say no. You had the most recent thing to that is the Josh Rosen situation. If you have better quarterbacks coming out, we've asked people. We said, okay, if we didn't trade with Chicago and do all that moving around, and we still got Bryce, let's say he dropped. Let's say, walk with me for a little bit. Let's say the Texans wanted C.J. Henderson. I'm not meant C.J. Stroud. Sorry, damn, I got C.J. Henderson on the brain. I don't know why, but anyway, C.J. Stroud. Let's say they got C.J. Stroud and got and our guy Bryce Young dropped. Our guy Bryce Young dropped us to 9, and we got Bryce Young or some whatever we did. Okay, so now we go 2-15 like we did. We got the number 1 pick. Drake May, Jaden Daniels, all those guys that came out this year are sitting there, and you got the or what you got out of Bryce Young this year. That would be something you'd have to evaluate to say, damn, do I go back in the cupboard and get a quarterback? And I'm letting
You know,
the Drake Mays of the world go
I'm gonna
by.
be
I'm
very
letting
pissed off, go if Drake May, Jaden Daniels, JJ McCartney, All them boys, Caleb Williams, come out and they have a better year than Bryce Young. I'm gonna be very
Yeah,
pissed
as you
because
should.
we had a chance to get all those guys. This gonna piss me off. You gonna see an upset mother. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to get my life together. But the Panther fandom in me seems to die every Sunday that I watch this shit. I can't continue put my faith week to week into something that I'm seeing going in a downward spiral. It's been 7 years since we've been to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
I tell you what though, Q. Just to go to your question, right?
yeah.
I'm tired.
I tell you what though, Q. Just to go to your question, right? I'm not out on Bryce. All right, I don't foresee him getting better, but I'm not out. I mean, like I said, when you got all that stuff in your organization, and I'm not gonna deny that it was there. Am I saying it's an excuse for the kid? No. But all that stuff was in the organization. There was a problem with the coaching. The offensive line was not up to par. So off on the offensive side of the ball, I'm willing to see him in another system, and I'm willing to give it another chance. I mean, obviously we ain't got no choice. But as far as to answer your question, is it long enough? It should be. But like I said, with those circumstances, I ain't out on him yet. But like I said, to me, he already had limitations. I feel like he's at best, like I say, at best, a high-level game manager. But we got to at least get the game manager first. And I ain't even seen that yet. So, you know.
That's what I'm getting at because I see people here and there tell me that I should not be mad. I should not be upset that we got a guy that should be able to come in this year and just manage games for us, and we should come in and win 5 games or so, and I should be happy about that. For me as a fan, a consumer of this great product that I love so much that it's been a part of my life, half my life. You're telling me the best that I can do right now is try to manage to get. I mean, I see some people saying 8 games. I see some people say 7. But realistically, with the way the schedule is, with what we have here, I'm talking about. Am I supposed to be happy with 6 and 5 games every year? Is that where we at now?
Nope, nope. Because buddy, I'm here to tell you, in today's NFL, to lock the division down, and that's the NFC division, not just yeah, the NFC. Not talking about the NFC South. Now the NFC South has been won by one game for the last 3 years. One game between the first team and the second team. And then you have multiple divisions like the NFC East and the West that send two and three teams for a wild card and lock down other playoff spots. This division has been up for grabs the last 3 years, and we've been at the bottom. That's some frustrating stuff right there, Q, because we keep having a quarterback issue, a coaching issue, where the quarterback issue, the quarterback ends up getting the coach ran out of time. That's what's been so frustrating.
Once again, I feel like at some point we, and I ain't gonna say we. I got a bad habit of saying we. David Tepper and the Panthers just kind of tried to outsmart themselves. Like I said, man, you had a coach that came in, coached for half the damn season. I say this shit all the time, man. I'm a Steve Wilkes supporter. Say what the hell you want to. I don't care. I don't care how we win, whether we throw that motherfucker 50 times, run that motherfucker 50 times. The coach had half a season, no off season, came in with a terrible offense because everybody wanted McAdoo fired at the time. Terrible offense.
Yeah.
And got you 7 wins.
Yeah.
7 wins, right? That right there is what I call a foundation. All you gotta do is build off that. You don't have to come in here try to reinvent the wheel. No, it's not pretty. No, it's not cute. But that's the best that your team has been in the last 7 years. So why not build off of that and go with that decision? I truly feel like Steve Wilkes went in that office, told David Tepper, let's wait a year and get a quarterback. We was gonna run it back with Sam. Maybe he would have went and got a guy for a bridge. I don't know. I don't care. But at some point, we should have just built off that. That's how I feel. Unapologetically, that's how I feel. And to be honest with you, once y'all see what this quarterback here that got taken number one do in Chicago, people gonna really be pissed off. That's why I say if Bryce don't produce this year, his ass out the door. Because just like CJ lit it up, I feel like Caleb Williams is going to at least have a solid season. It'll be better than Bryce's rookie season. And that's another thing to take into account. That was our pick. Whether we took Caleb, Drake May, whoever your quarterback is, you think would help the team. I believe that adds even more to the frustration as far as I go. I'm not the biggest Bryce hater, but still, it's frustrating to say. And I feel like it's an organization thing. And when you draft a kid to be the face of your organization, he gonna have to take it.
But that's the thing. Us being critical, does that deem us a Bryce hater for us just telling it like it is?
It does in today's Panther Nation. You can't sit there and tell the truth in today's Panther Nation. You can bring up every article, every stat. If you bring up the stat, they're gonna say the coaching, or the ownership, or the team, or the receivers. You understand what I'm saying? It's always something that they're gonna counter you with when you give them the black and white what the numbers were, and then you tell them like Matt Rule, go back and watch the tape, and you see, like Cam said, this guy not stepping up in the pocket, this guy internal clock going off at the wrong time, stuff like that. Which some of it is rookie. You blame it on. You can blame some stuff on being a rookie. You can blame some stuff on coaching. You can blame, like I said, it's a gumbo of things that you can sit there and say he didn't do this, he didn't do that. But throughout a 16 game season, because he played 16 games, I know, the people watching this video know we should have seen more out of this kid who was drafted number 1 overall. I'm sorry.
I think at the end of the day, and this is what the way I see things. I'm tired of being put in a box because I believe a certain thing that somebody else don't believe. I don't think I'll ever subject myself or conform to what people think that they want me to think, or think like people. If people are thinking left, I'm gonna think right. If people are going up, I'm going down. At the end of the day, I've never been a person to sit here and, as if the flock and the multitude is going this way, I'm never going to be a guy that's going to join in with the flock, because I have a mind of my own. I think on my own. This video today is about us talking about, why do people call you a hater if you're being truthful about what you saw and you have video documentation to support what you saw? They look at this and they say, like, prime example, the narratives that they put out there. Panther fans are so finicky. 1 minute they love you, next minute they hate you. Just like they're wishing on Bryce Young to be something that he isn't. Like, they have this narrative going around right now that they're saying he got bigger. Do you guys believe that? Bryce Young, they say he got bigger. He beefed up. Now, hold on. I'm going to show y'all this picture that they're talking about with Bryce Young beefed up. And I just want to be honest. Do you guys see what they see? Because I'm just not getting it. I'm not understanding, where is it coming from?
I mean,
it's called straw grasping. Any little thing that you're 2-15, any little thing that you can try to find, you know what I'm saying, to avert yourself from that play that was on the field.
I mean, are we giving credit for things that he's supposed to do anyway? I mean, when we drafted him, the plan was for him to get better. I mean, bigger, better, stronger every year. I mean, that was one of the things when he came out. They made a big deal about him weighing in at the combine, weighing 200 pounds. Like, are we at the point where
Look at
that's
this.
something to grab at. I mean,
Look at this. They saying now he got bigger because of this picture right here.
I see more definition in his bicep, in his forearm for sure. I see that, but I mean, what does that mean? He been working. I mean, they got some of the best equipment in the world of the NFL teams, man. I
Now,
mean,
look at
I
motherfuckers
would hope
beside
so.
this. Look at this shit right here. I love Bryce Young. He's better than Tom Brady. Who in the fuck? This the shit I'm talking about right here. Right there beside the comments. CK for 14. You got people. Why does he look so bright? Bryce been in that weight room. We just getting started, is what the Panther said. You got people that's coming out and saying he's better than Tom Brady already. Trolls. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, the NFL teams have some of the best weight rooms in the world. I mean, I mean that was one of the plans was for him to get bigger, right? Am I wrong? Didn't they say they were going to have a plan to get him bigger? I mean,
MDJ, you just saw this little cat 2 weeks ago coming to the podium the same damn side. This a
Yeah,
camera angle from him
it's a
moving.
camera angle moving and throwing. I mean, I can certain angles and shit. My shit look like, you know what I'm saying. I ain't lift weights, you
I
know
feel
what I'm
you.
saying, in
I,
years. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
feel
Like,
you. I feel you.
Come
yeah,
on,
like,
brother.
not
It,
like that. And I could,
it
I
don't
mean,
it don't
if
mean
I could
much,
put
but I
myself in
see more
certain,
definition.
you know, you. It's just like somebody, these women taking pictures out here. You be like, oh, well, damn. And then you see it in person and like, oh,
It
this
ain't
ain't,
what you
you
thought it
know what I
was,
mean?
right?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, in the picture, it looked like his forearm got some more definition to it. I
And I
mean,
mean, that picture right there, dude, but I didn't see it at the
it
podium
do,
the
but
other day.
I care about what I see on the field, man. I can get two shits whether the boy got uh cuts in his arm or if he got abs, man. I don't care about that. That do
True,
nothing for
true.
me. I'm a fan of the Carolina Panthers. Him getting
Exactly.
stronger like that does nothing for me. If he
And,
does
and,
bulk up, he gonna get slower, which he ain't the
and
fastest in the fucking world. But
there
his
you go.
mechanics
There
at
you
this
go.
point is basically what the hell it's gonna be. It can get better, but mechanically, as far as throwing the football, it's basically what it is. I hate to
And
tell
one
people
thing,
this.
like you just said, a
Look at this.
quarterback ain't
Look at
supposed
this
to
right
bulk
here.
up.
Look at this right here. Look at this right here. A motherfucker said this right here. You see? You see? We got the
You win
dumbest
6 games, that's a success for
fan
me. Six
base.
games. 6 games, y'all. 6 games.
That's just that's just a testament of how long we've been bad, man. It's a damn shame.
It's a step, not success. We'll
Damn
be
shame.
better next year. Just tired of the mediocrity. Shout out to Mr. Marcus. I'm getting tired of this, man. You got fans that are so goddamn thirsty. They'll say you a hater. They'll say they and say if we get 6 games, I'm happy. That's just how bad we are. I, I,
6 games.
you see
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
tell y'all
saying,
that
dog?
I just gotta be a hater because 6 games ain't gonna do nothing for me, y'all. I'm sorry. I just gotta be a hater. 6 games ain't 6 games out of 17, that ain't gonna do nothing for me, bro. That's
Now look
11
at this.
losses.
Look at this shit right here.
I'm
Chris Ferguson, a grown ass man, said Bryce is handsome and swole. Just you see what I'm talking about? A grown man tell another grown man shit like that.
well, I mean, AQ, it is what it is, there, brother. I mean, on that level, I'm not stepping on that one.
This the
Y'all
shit
can
we get
discuss
hype
that one.
on, man. We get hype on the picture of Bryce Young looking like he been working out, man. I hope in the offseason he's been working out. I mean, I hope everybody on the team has been working out in the offseason.
Yeah. And
I
y'all
mean,
know a
I
quarterback
don't get
don't
it.
get jacked. A quarterback does, stretching exercises. He needs to stay limber. He needs to stay. A quarterback don't get jacked, bruh. You know what I'm saying? A linebacker gets jacked. A defensive end gets jacked. A quarterback don't get jacked, y'all. And a dude his size, he ain't gonna get too much more bigger. He might fill out a little bit, but he's not going. When we drafted him and he just did make, well, that simulated 200 pounds or whatever. That's it, y'all. That's all it was gonna be. He's gonna play at a hundred and some odd pounds. because that's where, like MDJ said, that's where he's going to still have his speed, agility, and playing weight, where he's comfortable at.
Now,
And where
how in
the
the fuck
offense
does
comes,
this look back bigger? Take a good look.
it don't.
Now, this was just
Zoom in,
5 weeks ago.
zoom in, zoom in. Is that the same arm that y'all seen? You see the arm angle? You see the arm angle, MDJ? Where that rock at, bro?
I do see it. I mean, I do. I see exactly what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
Look at the
Okay.
nigga chest.
Okay.
So basically, what you saying, go? They just called him. They
Baby
called a good
bird.
one. They called a good one. They called a good angle.
You got a
They just called a
good
good
arm
one.
angle. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I
Look
knew
at
this
him again.
video. This
Okay,
was
so
just
whatever,
5 weeks ago.
guys. So that's the other, the arm that you see right there. You got the shoes in. Come on, bro. You see the definition?
Yeah, that forearm don't look the same. But I mean, you
No.
know,
Exactly.
I can only go by what the picture in that particular picture.
Now this
I
was
can only
rookie.
see what
This
you
this was
said.
rookie minicamp, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
don't want
God.
him. He's not supposed to be lifting, you know what I'm saying? 1,000 pounds walking around all, you know what I'm saying? With his shoulders like that. How he gonna throw? That ain't him. You don't want him to get like that. You want him to be limber and loose.
I ain't placing no unreal expectations, man. Like I said, the
No.
only thing I felt like he was good for was a high level game manager. What I want to see is touchdown to interception ratio. So 12 and 11 ain't gonna cut it for me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I want to see decision making. I want to see converting on third downs. Shit that a game manager do. That's what I expect out of Bryce. Is it work? Are you supposed to go draft a game manager with the number one overall pick? No. But I feel like that's what we did. So that's what I'm expecting. As long as he has, like I said, good touchdown interception ratio, he don't lose us the game.
He don't lose us the game. He don't
I,
lose us.
I, I'm cool because I never felt like he was gonna win us the game. Go, I never personally felt like that. So I don't expect that from him. That's just
Yeah.
me. Like I said, hopefully, the coaching staff evaluates him for what he is, and if they decide to move on, we get this one right. If they don't, they gonna have to keep putting stuff around him. If you put enough stuff around him, man, he could do something. I've always said that. You know, I've said that if you put enough shit around him, he'll look like something because that's what they did at Alabama. I'm sorry.
Because I don't want to see him throw an interception in the middle of the field, come back 10 plays later, 11 plays later, and throw the same shit. If he does that, get him out of there. I don't want to see week 2, the Saints. I'm sitting in the audience and looking at mistake after mistake, and then come back to week um 16 against the, who do we play, the Bucks or whoever, and I'm looking down there at the same type of progression.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I
Yeah.
don't I don't want to see that. I didn't see no growth last year, MDJ. Especially when we play the Jaguars, the Bucks, and somebody else, and we don't put a point on the board. That tells me the NFL got your number. And
The
y'all can,
crazy
you can
thing
blame it on the
is,
coaching staff, you can blame it on whoever you want to. But if I see it again this year, guess what's gonna happen? It's on him.
yeah, I was
Can't blame
impressed with
nobody
Bryce
else.
Young one game. One game last year. I was impressed in one game. And we
Green
lost
Bay.
that damn game. We lost the
Yeah,
game. So,
Green Bay.
I
But you
mean,
gotta put more, you gotta put more than one together. You know what I'm saying? It takes more than one. You know what I mean? You can't throw for 300 one game and then be non-existent. You
Well,
can't do that.
go. I think, like I said, the basis of this video was for us to just attack why people feel the way they do. Why do you feel the way you do? Why I feel the way I do? Why MDJ feel the way he do? And I think we gave people an understanding of why we felt the way that we did. I'm just trying to understand now, going forward, we have put it out there. Expectations, we put it out there. What we thought we were going to get, we put it out there. The What you're seeing from other first round picks, what you're seeing from basically the next draft class that's just been taken, there's no reason why the next draft class, because some of those guys are going into terrible situations. You got Drake May going into a bad situation. You got Jaden Daniels going into a bad situation in Washington. And you got different guys like once again, the Vikings. I love the Vikings. The Vikings have a lot of weapons, but they didn't make the playoffs last year. So it's another quarterback going into a situation where, boom, it's an uphill battle for him. Caleb Williams, same thing. There's no reason on God's green earth why these guys, and everybody know that the Bears is a terrible organization right now. But if Caleb Williams comes out and starts slinging that rock, I'm going to be highly upset. And it's because I thought we would have had that same effect here in Carolina. So never mind what people say. You're hearing it straight and live out of our mouth here on Black Cat. I'm not a hater. I'm simply just calling it like I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And for people who don't like that, sometimes places like this is not the place for you. Because we like to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to lie to please anybody. Those are three things I'm not going to do. So that's all I'm here to do. Present you guys with what I deem is the truth. You could say I'm lying. You could say maybe I'm lying to myself. That's your opinion. But as it stands, I go off of factual evidence that's been seen and supported by what we have, what's been documented, what's been put out there. So in closing, I'm going to tell you like this right here. I want Bryce Young to succeed. I hope that he does succeed. He got everything on the damn team to succeed this year. I don't want to hear that shit about give him another year. See what this is. See what that. I don't want to hear that.
2 seasons is enough.
2 seasons is more than enough. If we still, but once again, MDJ, how can you win when you got motherfuckers saying you're so handsome, you're so this? They're chasing ass. They're not chasing what he doing on the field.
That shit is kind of odd, man. It is. It's odd because I don't. Maybe I ain't seen it, but I don't see them doing that for no other fucking quarterbacks. You feel me? I don't see them doing it for no other quarterback. Maybe I ain't in tune with all the fan bases. Maybe I should go check to see if they doing that. But I don't see that. Me personally, I don't see it.
MDJ, I haven't seen anything like this ever. In every day I've been, watching, looking, thinking about football, playing it or whatever, where somebody is so entrenched with somebody who's, first of all, like I said earlier, the physicality in this physical game, this gladiator sport, you like, yo, this ain't gonna, I already know this ain't gonna work out. You know what I mean? I already know this ain't gonna work out. Then you say, okay, the mental that I was supposed to get, I'm not getting that. So then you got to start just having this unconditional love for this guy. And if you don't jump on the bandwagon, like Q saying, you're a hater. If you don't fall in line with the rest of everybody going down the road, going in left lane, right lane, whatever lane they tell you to get in, you're a hater. If you just sit there and you say to yourself, this ain't right. And we said right here on Black Cat Panther Podcast, this ain't right. And guess what? 2-15.
I mean, if you didn't have no solid reasons to back up the shit you were saying, or if you just told me you just didn't like him, I would say you are a hater. But
Yeah.
but anybody can do whatever the hell they want to. I don't care. But as far as me, I'm not gonna say you a hater if I ain't got no legs to stand on. Like, I ask y'all all the time why you don't like him. You give me solid fucking reasons. You give me solid reasons. So I don't think. I don't consider y'all boys haters, and I damn sure don't consider myself a hater because I want the boy to succeed. I'm tired of losing more than anybody. Like I said, I don't give a damn if he don't throw the ball one time. He hand that motherfucker off 60 times. I'm cool. Bro. As long as we getting wins, I'm cool with it. I'm cool. You won't hear me say a word about him. I wish we had somebody else. Maybe you might hear me say that, but you ain't gonna hear me
Yeah.
just dog the boy. If he don't deserve to be dog.
If everything I know about football, everything I see, and this and that, and then I seen the stuff at Alabama, and I knew it wasn't going to translate to the NFL. If we'd have came out there, Atlanta, New Orleans, this one, that one, the Vikings, boom, 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 and just ran through these mugs, I'd have been, boy, I'm wrong. Hey, I'm wrong. I'm a dumbass. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm wrong. You, I'd have been the first one jumping up and down. Only thing I told y'all, I want to see a Lombardi hosted. I want to see confetti falling. I want to be on Main Street Monday at the ticker tape parade, just wilding.
yeah,
I want to see. I want to experience floats. You know what I'm saying? Going around
yeah,
everything hanging on the cats outside, the statue. I mean, that's what I want to see. I
Well,
did
go.
this.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. It's gonna rest on Bryce Young's shoulders if you get to see that or not. Because
No,
let me
no,
tell
it ain't.
you something. Let me tell you something. If this boy come out here and we start dropping games the first half of the season, I hope I didn't tell y'all this multiple times. You will be looking for a new coach. Because Canales' fate now rests aside with Bryce Young. And what did Canales come up to this podium and say yesterday? Oh, he's already got a grasp of the playbook. He's got a full grasp of this. He got a full. Don't it sound like deja vu from yesterday, from last year?
I like that's
I
exactly what
do.
Frank told us.
Hmm.
That's exactly what Frank told. He's got command of the offense. He's this and that. Don't worry about Bryce's size. Because it was the size last year. What we were doing with this, what we were doing with that. Frank just said, oh no, I didn't say that. We spent he spent more time last year defending his position every time he went up there to the podium, answering questions about Bryce's size. Is Bryce getting the playbook? Is this and this? Is this and that? Then basically me saying, what do we need for the team? And this year
Yeah,
right here, don't sweep it under the rug that we spent the most money in free agency that we've ever spent in franchise history. So you can, how can you say what you just said? Like it's got to be
Hmm.
blame. You got to put blame on somebody. Who you put blame on? And
Oh, you
that
gonna
ain't
put
hate.
blame?
That's what the blame's supposed to be.
You gonna put the blame on Tepper? Because Tepper, like I said, you're talking about an owner with no patience. And I think a lot of people forget about this in the equation when they talk about Bryce Young. If we continue losing the way that we lose, and like I said, we just did the win loss predictions. I had us going 0-8 in the first couple of games. So I could be wrong. We could come out and beat the Saints in New Orleans. We could come out and beat them. We could turn around and beat the Chargers. Home opener at the bank. Like I said, I would like to be called a dumbass. Because if I'm called a dumbass, we winning.
We winning. We
Exactly.
winning. We
yeah.
winning. We winning.
So you got cats saying 6 games is as good as it gets for them. They're cool with that. Well, if you don't make 6, we just made 2. Now be mindful. I gave the Carolina Panthers last year 6 games. I said we were gonna win 6 games. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna look competent. We got Bryce Young. We didn't get my guy AR, but it's all good. Well, at least we'll be competent enough. He should be in these games. Shit, he didn't even do that.
We never led
I
at
mean,
halftime.
man, when
Never.
you saw man,
Never.
never let it halftime. Never let it halftime. You had a lot of quarterbacks last year that got injured was out. We didn't face starting quarterbacks. We faced teams with backup quarterbacks. We should have won those games. Minnesota, backup quarterback. Indianapolis, backup quarterback. The Bears, backup quarterback. You know,
Now go.
we,
Let me
we
take your
lost some
mind
games.
here real quick. When you say we should have won them games, right? We should have
Yes.
won them games, right? And then you have somebody that's on the more optimistic side, like myself. I predicted we win 6 games, right? So let's just say I'm right. We're gonna go to fantasy land where some people live in. Let's go to fantasy land real quick, right?
Last year
Let's
you
say
going there last year? Or you going
I'm talking
last
about
year?
this year. I'm talking about this year, right? I said 6 games. Let's say
Okay.
we win 6, 7 games, right? Did we really get better, or are we just where the hell we were supposed to be anyway?
We just getting
Because
back up to sea level. Just like I told y'all, but
you
we've
know what
been
I'm saying?
below sea level for years, for the last 2 years. And it's a damn shame because we won 7 games. This is a 7-win team with Steve Wilkes.
Yeah. Yeah, you getting back, MDJ. You really getting back because
Yeah, you're not
you
really
won
better.
7 games.
This is where you
You
supposed to
supposed
be.
to have stacked. You supposed to have stacked on them 7 games. But mind you, we had to give away a superstar running back who ended up going over to San Francisco and being the best back in the NFL. Not just on his team or in the conference, in the NFL. That's AFC and NFC. The best back in the league. Period.
Man, Mike
Already
could have used that guy.
So let me
maybe.
get
Yeah,
this straight,
yeah.
go. Let me get this
We
straight.
might could have
He
used
might
that
help
guy.
you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gave
Might have.
away the best running back in the league that not
Uh-huh.
only came out here and got you at one time 11, 1,200 yards on the ground, he gave you 1,000 yards receiving as well.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
yeah,
rid of that and think
yeah,
you're going to get better.
yeah.
So did we do it? Let me ask you this other question. Did we not give away a number one receiver thinking that we were going to get better because we didn't need
And
him?
how many yards
And
did he end up
definitely
having
gave him away.
with a how many yards did he end up having with a
1,300
broken rib?
yards, 9 touchdowns with an
Okay,
inferior
with a
quarterback of Justin Fields.
okay. So you call him an inferior
We might could have
quarterback.
used that.
Some people call him a bum quarterback. Some people say, okay, he lost his job. He's going to be a reclamation project over there in
Well, check this
Pittsburgh.
out, go.
But he might have could
We
have used
got
that
rid of,
extra yard.
we got rid of DJ Moore because we wanted to keep Burns, but now we don't let Burns go.
Now we let him go. Yeah, yes sir,
So
yes sir.
we got better. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, that's yet to see. We yet to see that now. I got bets on that. That's yet to see. We ain't seen that yet. Because if you had 12, 13 sacks, you gonna say, yeah, we might have could have used that guy. You say that
Yeah,
again
we
now.
might.
I'm gonna use
Yeah,
that. We might have, we might
we
have could
might
have
could
used
have
that
used
guy.
that guy.
You better
Yeah,
not say
He
a
might have been
damn
useful.
word over there, because you
we
gonna
might
owe
have
me
could
money
No, I
if
didn't
he
say
get
a
over
word,
10
man.
sacks.
yeah.
Man, don't
We
Cause
put
might have
my
could have used that guy.
you
hold on, man.
told me that boy wasn't shit. That
Don't
what
put
you
my
told
business
me.
on the camera, man. Don't put my business on the camera, man.
Yeah, we might have could have used that guy.
We might could have used him if you know, but if was a fifth, you know, it's a lot of
With
what if.
all.
But nah,
Mhm.
if I had a telescope and could see the fucking future and saw what we could have had versus what we got, I can anybody that's a Bryce supporter say they would rather have Bryce than that wide receiver, that running back, and them draft picks? I don't think so. So how dare you call anybody a hater with that being what actually took place and happened, you know? So how dare
Well,
you?
you just
I
said
mean,
it. You said it though. You said it out your mouth. You could have took that running back stable that we had, just like you said. Wilk said, run it back with Sam Donald one more year, and let's run the ball and let Sam manage the game. See where we at. Draft the quarterback then. We could have done that. Don't
Yeah.
let we let
Yeah.
out what Johnson. What's that boy name? He went to Chicago too.
Foreman, Deontay Foreman. Yeah.
Foreman. I'm sorry, Foreman. Deontay Foreman was our power back. He went to Chicago too. I mean, come on, man. He didn't play
not
all year. He had what? He ended up having what?
I think this nigga
Eight,
out the league
800 some
now.
yards or something.
Uh,
Well, whatever.
he didn't do shit in Chicago. But once again,
But
that's
look
another
how we
that's
handle.
just a test of my
All I'm
dog
saying
Steve
is,
Wilkes. I mean, he looked like something with us,
yeah, all I'm saying is how we handle the situation. We went and got Miles Samuel. He gets hurt. You see what I'm saying? He was a 1,200 yard back. He gets hurt. You know,
Now,
we just
I'll say this also, go. We had a lot of injuries in that guard position on the entire line, which had us out there with Chandler Savala as a rookie, had us
yes,
out there with Throckmorton, Nash Jensen. We had a lot of no-name guys that had no business being on the field playing left guard and right guard last year. And in the end, it got our center cut.
Mm-hmm.
It got our left tackle looking like he regressed when he actually wasn't as bad as he looked.
Yeah,
The terrible guard play brought the entire line down. The interior shell was not there. The
that's
push
true.
that we were getting last year was coming from straight up the middle.
Okay, so blame now. Let's say we blame that on coaching. Let's say the coaching scheme or whatever should have been getting the ball out faster, doing some type of whatever to mask the interior guard play. More whatever. We should have figured that out, right? How long do it take in a season to figure that out?
Well,
Do we go all year
if
and
it
just
was
go,
me,
we ain't gonna go all year? I mean, fix it, move on. This the NFL. We
if it
move on.
was me, I would pull a tight end more to come in and block. I would probably bring an extra tight end to come in and help out
You know what I'm
on,
saying?
certain things. I would run more motion type stuff to get guys where they can be right there to pick it up in the middle. But
Yeah.
that's me. If I
10
know the
seconds.
deficiencies of my line, that's what I would do.
10 seconds into this conversation, you addressing the problem. Not damn 17 games into a season,
I
right?
mean, listen, man.
This happened all
Injuries
year.
happen every year.
This all year. Fuck that. We dealt with this all year, right? This didn't get fixed all year, MDJ. We had to spend $155 million to try to address this the next year. Come on, bro.
Hey, look, they spent a lot of money on it, man. Hey, look, they deemed it was a problem. Your motor go bad, you go get a new motor, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you get rid of the whole goddamn car. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, man. I'm here to tell you right now. I ain't no psychic, bro. But injuries happen every year. Guess what? Somebody gonna get hurt this year. I don't know whether it's on offense, defense. That shit ain't no excuse. It happened to every single team, man. Every team. Somebody gonna get hurt this year.
Maybe a center that's got an MCL, ACL, huh? What about that?
Here we
That
go.
is a possibility. That's
Now
a possibility.
they're gonna say when they watch this that you're gonna be ultra negative by sitting here and talking about Austin Corbett potentially going down. Now you don't want to be that guy that gets deemed the biggest hater of the Panthers.
Hey man, we need balance. Austin Corbett might make the Pro Bowl. Y'all happy? You like that? He might make the Pro Bowl too. So it's a lot of what ifs, man.
You want to support that?
Am I gonna support that?
Yeah.
No, I'm just having some fun, man. Shit, fuck it.
I'm about to say, I bet you lunch on that one. We don't just say wild shit out of our mouth over here.
I'm
gonna tell you this.
Right.
I ain't never been a plumber. I ain't never been a plumber in my life. But if I see a leaky pipe, I'm predicting at some point in time that motherfucker gonna bust. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, you know what you're riding on. You always know.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
If Buddy had 230s in 1 year, you know what I'm saying? I'm predicting, you know what I'm saying? That thing gonna hurt him at some point in time. So
yeah,
that's all.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell y'all like this, fellas. This has been great talk, great real talk. Look, if y'all watching this right now, do us the favor, like, comment, subscribe. Look, it's a little bit different today. I understand it. We just talking the real. Do us the favor, become a member today. It's down in the chat right now. So do us that favor. Look down where you see the perks and you see the $sign. You see membership. We got Thursday, which is Panthers After Dark. You don't want to miss it. A show catered specifically for the members. It's like FUBU, for us, by us. You don't want to miss it. So do us the illustrious favor. Sub to the channel. This has been your boy Dub Q. And yeah, we out here.